Hello everyone, welcome to Study IQ English. In this short video, let's talk about the state of Chhattisgarh, specifically the Kanger Valley National Park. It was in the news in the beginning of 2025, and once again, as we are saying goodbye to 2025, it has come in the news again. But why was it in the news earlier? Because it was added to the tentative list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites under the natural category. Today, once again, it's making news because the state government of Chhattisgarh is really trying its best to secure the Kanger Valley National Park an official status of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, an area that's rich in biodiversity, spreading about 200 square kilometers. It is located in the Bastar district of Chhattisgarh. Yes, Chhattisgarh, the same state which was in the news last month as it had exported massive quantities of unique variety of rice to countries like Papua New Guinea and Costa Rica. So now quickly let's have a look at the Kanger Valley National Park, a very important topic under GS paper 3, wildlife conservation, environmental protection. Now looking at the Kanger Valley National Park, located uniquely in an area called Jagdalpur in the Bastar district of Chhattisgarh. It was officially designated as a national park back in 1982 under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Now whenever you look at 1982, it should automatically remind you of UNCLOS, United Nations Convention on the Law of Sea, because every morning in the Hindu newspaper, as we do current affairs, in the last few days we have spoken about classification societies in shipping. We have spoken about illegal ships called shadow fleets. Why? Because we are discussing US versus Venezuela, various oil tankers and ships captured by America. Operation Southern Spear, Trinidad and Tobago, Icacos Point of Trinidad. All these are concepts we cover through maps. So join us for the class if you want all the current affairs in detail. Now coming back here, so 1982 should always remind you of UNCLOS, Exclusive Economic Zone, Kachcha Island, all of that. Now looking back at the Kanger Valley, yes, it's a unique area because also a very famous river known as Kanger River. It flows from the middle of this national park in such a way that it flows from northwest to southeast. In fact, the national park gets its name from this river. This river ultimately, which is a tributary of the Kolab River. Finally, it joins Godavari River. Now quickly tell me in the comment box which river in India is known as Dakshin Ganga. Yes, Dakshin Ganga. Quickly comment and let me know. Now coming back to the area, yes, as I mentioned, it's a wide area of about 200 square kilometers in total. But what is so unique about the Kanger Valley National Park? Now one thing, of course, is its unique biodiversity, flora and fauna. It is a house of the official state bird of Chhattisgarh that we shall see. There's one more thing why it's so unique, and this is about the unique limestone structures that are found here. Yes, so the area is also known for limestone caves, nearly about 15 of them. Some of the most important ones being the Kotamsar, the Kailash and the Dandak. Most of these are nothing but illustrations of the unique geographical phenomena referred to as the stalactite as well as the stalagmite. So all these are therefore very well known for these cave-like structures, pillar-like structures. Then there is another very unique feature here known as the Tirathgarh waterfalls. Again, that's formed here by the Kanger River. Okay, so it's a very beautiful and a picturesque location, often also a touristic hotspot. And now looking at how the area itself is very unique because in geography we call such areas as ecotones. Yes, Kanger Valley is an ecotone. It's an ecotone because it has a very fine mix of, on the one hand, moist deciduous type forest and on the other hand, some other unique tree species, and whichever region presents a transition zone between two different types of vegetation is ultimately known as an ecotone. So here in the Kanger Valley, you will find some very important trees like sal, teak as well as bamboo. Now multiple times I have been asking you for GS paper 3, which in India is the most predominant type of vegetation? Is it tropical deciduous, moist deciduous, evergreen forest, or exactly what vegetation is that? So do let me know in the comment box if you have not seen any such video before. Now looking at the unique limestone formations, I told you, this area is known for something that you have studied in geography before NCERT. Yes, these are known as the stalactites, right? Because stalactites are then formed as they hang from the ceilings. They just look like spears or arrows. They fall down from ceiling. Whereas when you talk about the stalagmites, then these then rise from the floor. Okay, so these are moving upward from the floor itself towards the ceiling. Often these two meet each other, creating a column-like structure that you can see on the screen. So this area is known for that. Why? Because it's a mineral-rich area. And usually such deposits are formed by mineral-rich water. That's calcium carbonate that is found in abundance in many of these cave-like structures. All these are examples of a particular kind of geographical area that's known as karst topography. I repeat, karst topography. And what do you mean by that? It is meant by a unique landscape which dissolves soluble rocks, mainly limestone, by acidic water. So that's the kind of unique feature that you get to see in the Kanger Valley National Park. So tomorrow if you do get a question on that, then do remember it is Kanger Valley where you find such a karst topography. And now looking at major variety of fauna, animals that are found here. Now this place is home to panthers. It's also home to striped hyenas, but more importantly, it's known for the giant squirrel. Giant squirrel or the large squirrel, often also called as the Indian giant squirrel or the Malabar giant squirrel, is often found exclusively only in India, and that too in India. It is usually found in this region that overlaps Kanger Valley. So it's a species that's endemic to India, only found in India. At the same time, you have the Eastern Hill Myna. Eastern Hill Myna is the state bird of Chhattisgarh that's also found in this region. In the illustration you can see here the Malabar giant squirrel. Okay, so remember all that, the unique fauna of the place. And now if you look at the Kanger Valley National Park, why is it being considered as a transitional zone? Then as I said, it's an ecotone. Remember the word ecotone. Why is it an ecotone? Because it is a natural boundary, a transition, a change from one kind of vegetation, that's the sal tree, to another kind of vegetation that happens to be the teak tree. And that's why it's known as an ecotone here. Okay, a significant, very, very important zone of change, a transitional zone between two different types of vegetation and tree species. So do remember that both these are found abundantly in the Kanger Valley National Park. Now today, we definitely therefore support the fact that it should receive officially the status of UNESCO World Heritage Site, the natural category site, because after all, you will not find such unique karst topography or such biodiversity, such waterfalls and caves anywhere else so commonly. A quick question on that note. It's a practice question. With reference to Kanger Valley National Park, look at the following statements. 1. It is located in Bastar district of Chhattisgarh. It is named after Kanger River, that's a tributary of Kolab River. Second, it's known for its limestone caves like Kotumsar and Kailash, as well as Tirathgarh Falls. All of them here are formed by the Kanger River. And the third one, the vegetation of this park is mainly dominated by tropical evergreen forest with mangrove species. Now you look at mangrove and suddenly I'm reminded of the Sundarban. I'm reminded of Odisha, the Bhitarkanika National Park. Yes, we have done a detailed discussion on mangrove as well, the role that they play in mitigating coastal erosion. So quickly answer the question for me, as well as all the other questions that I discussed with you through the lecture. Now, if you're wondering where will we find answers to all the questions that I keep asking you, then join us for the Hindu class every morning 9:30 a.m. only on Study IQ English, because news is not just about passive discussion. News is about active interaction. That's what we do as a big group today. A group that's growing, a group that supports map work, discussions, interaction, mnemonic-based approach so that nobody ever forgets current affairs. And now if you are interested in all these initiatives, if you are really looking at 2026 prelims and you definitely want to succeed there, one last opportunity because time is running out now. We announced Success in Prelims initiative. It's an evening batch that's beginning in December. Okay, on that we are offering a great sale to you. A very big sale. Why? Because this is the year-end sale. So this is 50% off, flat 50% off. So at a very, very humble, a throwaway price, you get a unique opportunity of covering GS Paper 1 and CSAT completely with MCQ, PYQ, 24/7 mentorship, and a chance to allow me to become a part of your journey. And if you are interested, then use code SPLIVE immediately because sale is ending on 31st December. So this new year, reward your preparation by joining us. Similarly, if you are studying for 2027, we again announce flat 50% off. It is a double validity sale. It's once in a year opportunity. So everything from prelims, mains to basic interview covered here. Sale ends 31st. Remember code SPLIVE. And even if you're studying for 2028, now is the time you should log this price. Otherwise, you'll have to wait for more than 12 months. This is flat 50% off. Okay. So for 2028 also flat 50 off. Prelims, mains, interview, everything covered. All notes, books, materials, our responsibility. All you have to do is to join and stay focused.